Yo, what's good, family? It's your boy Unico Williams. We back with another episode of Keep It 99. Because you know 99 is the closest you can get to 100. And today we're gonna keep it 99. We're gonna talk about the Paul and Mayweather fight. We're gonna talk about the reaction off of that, some of that undercard. Also, we got some big fights coming up next weekend. We're gonna talk about what we want to talk about for a little bit and get y'all on up out of here today. You know I can't do it without my boy Zell May.
You know that bag was given. And you know about that bag. So you know how we do. We looking like the fighters last night. We looking cute.
We looking like the bag.
We looking clean.
We looking like the bag.
And we looking sexy.
Sexy.
Only one mark on Logan face and no marks on Floyd face. That's how we looking today.
So let's get to it.
OVR.
So, May, how you doing today on this wonderful day? It's raining up where I'm at today. How you doing today?
I'm blessed. They trying to put me to work, but we grinding for that. We grinding this content out. That's what we're about to do. I got my video out about this fight, telling you who won, but I didn't talk about the fight. That's what we're here to do right now.
I'm about to shamelessly plug you at the end of this section too, just to remind y'all, go back and listen to it. The main fight of last night on Sunday, we had that Paul boy. One of two Paul boys was out there. The other one was in the crowd, just going live, getting him. I think he put up a video on YouTube of him going live from Instagram and made him a couple of dollars, got him a couple of view bucks, which that we know that's what the Paul brothers do. I like them. But we had a fight last night. It went the distance. We call him a YouTuber. We call him just some kid from Ohio. We said that about LeBron James too. And man, this kid is getting a bag. And they fought. No decision, none of that. Wouldn't have none of that stuff. It basically, if it wasn't a knockout, it was for your own eyes to see. You come with your own. But at the end of the day, nobody's record was tarnished. Although they did have a banner where it said that Paul boy was 0-0-1, but we can leave that for another day. Actually, I'll let you explain that if you feel like it, because I know you're a boxing enthusiast. I just watch and think I know what I'm talking about. But you know the judges. So like you be breaking down the judges and what they looking for. I've seen you do that stuff before. You definitely do that stuff for UFC. So I definitely defer to you when it comes to boxing and the nuances and stuff. But this was an exhibition. It was an exhibition for a lot of people on this card here. But the main fight was there. To me, what I saw, because best believe Floyd wasn't the only one stealing. I stole too. So we got to watch the fight last night. And shout out to the cats. That was a little bit like me that had the fight going in their glasses. I thought that was cool. They had the fights going on what's it called? Reddit. Shout out to them cats. Shout out to people that was just shout out to people. I love people. If you don't want to pay for something, if you only want to pay for internet, there's people out there that open that door for you. But Floyd,
shout out to the people that paid to YouTube. We support your movements and your legalities.
Yep, absolutely.
Y'all are the best one.
If somebody goes live, if there's a fight on YouTube and they want me to pay $5, 100% I will pay $5 if it's on YouTube. Thank you so much, YouTube, for everything you've done. Thank you, my Lord and Savior, YouTube. I appreciate it. But that's a quick. But Floyd was who he was. Floyd was 100%. You can't hit me, and that's just what it is. That's Floyd. And he said that the young boy surprised him, and I say that he surprised him because Floyd hasn't really. He's older now, so dodging, I would assume, is going to be harder for him. But that Philly shell ain't went nowhere at the end of the day. I mean, it didn't look hard for me. Paul went in for a flurry of shots, and it looked intimidating and impressive. But upon slow motion, that boy ain't hitting nothing. What's your thoughts on the fight, man? What's your thoughts on last night's main event?
The main event, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Let's break it down. Floyd did, if you're a boxing fan, Floyd did what Floyd does. Floyd was a technically sound, gifted defensive fighter who got a lot of punches in, hit at a high rate. I think he was at 50% hit rate. Logan was at 14% hit rate.
That's bad if you don't know boxing. I just want you to know that's bad.
Floyd threw probably more than threw less than half the punches that Logan threw, but hit more. That tell you the difference in the gap. So Floyd hit a lot more flush punches. Logan did catch him with a combo, which was impressive. You can tell Floyd is older, and I think he realized it during the fight. Because at the beginning of the fight, he trolled. He was completely trolling. Floyd like, you can't hit me. Pop, miss. And then he was like, then he realized that he wasn't quite as quick as he used to be. And then after the fight, he admitted, I'm probably not doing this ever again. By the way, I want to talk to people that said Floyd tarnished his legacy.
He said it was open. If that means anything, he did say.
No, he said he opened if the bag right, but he probably not gonna do this again.
I think after basically what you said in your video, and basically after how everybody feels about this, I think everybody's a little bit smarter today than they were yesterday in regards to this, but in regards to spending their money. But go ahead.
Yeah, but I think he learned that, he said if the bag not right, he not gonna do it, and I don't think people gonna fall for this no more. It's amazing against fight. First off, again, it's talking about tarnish his legacy. I'm gonna ask you something, Unico.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Muhammad Ali had an exhibition with a martial artist and ended in a draw his last fight?
I did not.
A person that never boxed before, that he was bigger than. That no one remembers it.
Is this Tekken?
No one remembers that fight. So all the people that, oh my God, Floyd tarnished his legacy, I'm gonna remember that he couldn't knock out a YouTuber. Muhammad Ali couldn't beat a kickboxer. Some people say Muhammad lost to the kickboxer. It's an exhibition. Muhammad Ali was older. Guess what people did? Guess what? Read the newspaper back then. Oh my God, it's time for Muhammad Ali to end it. His legacy is tarnished. And then for a year later, nobody remembered the fight.
I mean, people even barely remember the fight that Muhammad lost.
You know what I'm saying? Unless it was one of the big ones, like the Rumble and the Jungle and all them fights. They remember those because they were the big. But at the same time, they
don't tarnish his legacy, though, is what I'm saying. Like, even his losses don't tarnish his legacy.
Yeah, Floyd is the best defensive fighter of all time. He lived up to it, even at an older age. Yeah, he couldn't knock the and the boxing fans upset because he couldn't knock the YouTuber out. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Let's just end it. Let's just end it.
Yep.
Them power boys tough. Hey, everybody knows some little tough little power boy tough. You know what I'm talking? You know them little tough.
Yeah, I know.
Little tough little pup boy pulling white boy. Even if they rich, they spoiled. They might, to be honest with you, they might can't even fight, but they'll sit there and take punches. They'll sit there and get beat up all day. I tell you that much. Be blood in them, they'll fight, and if they'll keep fighting, they can't even fight. I'm not even saying that about them. I'm just talking about in general. They'll just keep coming, just knocking them out. Like, why won't this dude just drop? That's how they do, bro. I've
never warmed up for a fight by hitting myself over the head with a beer bottle. I've never warmed up that way. But I know some cats out there that do that.
By the way, I think his daddy was like a Navy SEAL or something. I think they did. No, his dad was a Marine. He was in one of the military. And then I seen him do training with real life Navy SEALs, which, trust me, they are like special ops Navy SEALs. And he did the training. This dude like, yo, you a tough dude for enduring this training. You got whooped. That's Logan did it. I don't know about Jake. Logan did it. I'm like, you a tough dude. They gonna be hard to knock out. It is a film where Floyd got him wobbly, and then he held him up a little bit. He said, oh, Floyd didn't hit me up. I'm like, Floyd did hit you up, but he couldn't put him down. The guy's tough. Floyd older. He's a 26-year-old tank, by the way. Logan was in phenomenal shape. He looked ripped out.
I will say he's looked like he's been preparing. He's not been just playing around, bull stuffing on YouTube, playing pranks. He's been training.
Yeah,
he's been training.
Floyd was in good shape too, but there's a lot of people. By the way, most of the people talking on TV you hear today say that they're casuals. They don't watch boxing every day. I figured when Floyd didn't get that punch and didn't knock him out in the third, I'm like, oh, this is gonna go all the way through. Because if that's it, Floyd a defensive fighter. He ain't gonna keep going for them punches all day. And then Logan grabbed a lot. It's hard to do, especially when I'm 200 pounds to 155. I'm gonna lean on you and grab you, and you can't really get out. Plus, Logan's a wrestler he's a high class high school wrestler.
Division One wrestler.
Well,
he had offers.
Yeah, he did before he tore his ACL. Then he took him away, but he had offers before he tore his ACL. So, so if he grabbed Floyd, he's not just gonna push him off and knock him out like he did. What was it? Forgot the guy's name he fought, but he ain't gonna push him off. No, this is a 200-pound man who is a wrestler who do an underhook like he's finna do MMA fights, and Floyd cannot punch out of that because Floyd is not trained to deal with an underhook MMA style wrestling hold. This, by the way, Logan took Paul.
Get away with a lot of that kind of holding.
Yeah. By the way, Logan took Paul Acosta and made him work. If you don't know who Paul Acosta is, you know. If you UFC fans, you know who Paul Acosta is. If you're not, look him up. That's a wrestling tank right there. He made him work. Did he beat him though? But he made him work. So I'm using this just to praise people. Shout out to Logan. He went there with one of the best boxers in the world, and he fought him. Is Floyd older? Yes. His hand's been brittle since he broke his hands 8 years ago. To the people that said he could have gave this to Canelo or some fighter that deserve it, Floyd is slower and older.
We're not fighting Canelo. We're not fighting Canelo right now.
Floyd is old man. He's literally a grandfather. He literally is. Really, he hasn't had a serious fight in 5 years. Why would he fight the best if you ain't had a fight in 5 years? That's crazy. But
can you imagine? Can you imagine saying that about I'm some kid in 4th grade, 3rd grade, maybe 1st. I don't know. I'm some kid, and they say, "Yo, grandpa about to fight." Yo, grandpa. That's like being Pan from Dragon Ball Z. Yo, daddy is Goku. Your grandpa is Goku, and he's still like that. He's still bringing it. Still in random series and random movies and stuff. He's still doing that and selling out. That's your grandpa. And we still leaning on him. That's your grandpa. Wow. Think of it like that.
But by the way, I saw this comment too. I'm just giving Logan credit, telling y'all Floyd did what he did. By the way, people said boxing died because Floyd could knock Logan out.
No.
I'm going to tell y'all the honest. This is the truth. Sports die when there's no money in it. Boxing right now, between the real fights and then in between these celebrity fights, is making money. Guess what? Showtime's going to deal more money because they making more money. The Zone is going to shield more money because they making more money. If these fights help other people make money, this from the business mind now, it's good for the sport. Because Showtime boxing made a lot of money.
Shout out to their knockdown. But we heard that they had some streaming issues last night.
They did, and they got to fix that because you can't have these. Maybe they wouldn't use some people pulling numbers like this. So that's something to tell you.
Like Triller was ready. Triller was ready when they had their last big boxing event with Nate Robinson.
Well, it was
and the Tyson fight. That fight.
Yeah.
Triller was ready for that because this is what we do. We stream. We do that. Showtime was like, hold on. We still used to y'all turning to that special channel or going to pay-per-view and giving us $99.99 to watch this. They was not ready for this. I think they had their OGs in the room for this one. Them 2001, The Matrix just came out type of cats running the streaming stuff, man. Y'all going to have to get them young boys in there if y'all going to stream, man, especially this. People paid a lot of money to watch this. Some people, and with that being said, come on, you got to come correct.
Yeah, and boxing is a sports dies. The one thing I always tell people, don't listen to stands. Stands is the worst thing for everybody, even on this show. One day when we blow up, it's gonna have the people that's watching day ones gonna feel like, oh, they doing stuff I don't like no more. Because we have to evolve. And we have to do more different content. We don't have guests right now, but one day we're gonna start having guests in that little office in Houston, Texas. That y'all might be like, I don't care what they want to say. I only want to hear what y'all say. But guess what? Other people want to hear what somebody else say besides us. So that's the growth. People are like, I miss the old Kanye. Kanye had to grow, even though they don't know if y'all would go right or wrong. But people have to grow and do their own thing. Keeping in a basket to fill in for specific stands will always limit you. And boxing purists always we only want the box. I'm like, people don't want other casuals don't watch it. And guess what? The more of you go away and pass away, because most of y'all older, the less young people care about it. And the less, as you pass away and no young people taking your place, guess what the sport does? It changes.
It dies to them. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
Baseball was the biggest sport in America.
Woo.
Baseball is third. For all the fans that said the NBA is dead, LeBron ruined NBA. NBA get more ratings than baseball. Baseball was number one by a lot, Joe. But guess what? Young people don't watch baseball. They're doing the initiative right now to get young people into baseball. Is trying to get urban people and everybody into baseball. They starting now. You should have did this in 1999, but
yeah, 100%. Like just a quick aside about MLB. First of all, MLB was like the club back in the day for the people in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. It's like going to the club with a whole bunch of people. You just sit there and kick it all day. You kick it. Yeah, it's a sport going on. You know, it's something that you can look towards later on and be like, oh, look, the score is this. Now I should start paying attention. But what was you? Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. That's what they use. That's the club. It was Prohibition there. They definitely was out there hanging out at the baseball game. Why would you not? Everybody there. But it changed because we in a world now. I'm not about to sit here and watch you get struck out and I will because I like the game. There are people in this world that's people our age, my age, and younger that still enjoy the game. But
same with boxing.
It's because I'll be honest, I'm more for the fight that I have to score over the fight where somebody got knocked out. Like if I see somebody get knocked out, all right, it is what it is. But I'm who was the better boxer? That's what I like. I like that kind of game. And you got to be that kind of person that cares about the sport in that way. But for casuals, it's just like you say. It's just like you say, man. And I just like my quick little story here. When you talking about the initiative, when I was in high school, I just knew I could be a great center fielder or a decent pitcher. And they asked me what was I doing there when I went to try out. Now, mind you, I played wide receiver. So that was my bread and butter. So I know I catch the ball. But with that being said, they asked me, what am I doing out there? As if I didn't belong. So I wish they would have had those initiatives in 99 because people at Mississippi definitely plays. They play baseball.
We do it. Baseball, but all three of the college teams good here. Southern Mississippi State.
Absolutely. Y'all was just the women's softball team was just playing down there. One of the Mississippi teams was playing.
Yeah,
just the other day.
That's what we do. And by the way, I love baseball too. Ain't even no shot at baseball. I'm just making a point. I know all the pitchers.
Just to finish your point. I just wanted to piggyback the fact that that now they're trying to push towards now you need us.
Yeah. And
now you need it.
And it's not just urban, it's everybody in general. Black people used to love baseball. My cousin was a SWAC player of the year pitcher, tore ACL, bloody sock just like Roger Clemens. I remember that game in college. Jackson State won the SWAC championship pitching. Hurt ankle and everything.
HBCUs do have baseball teams, y'all. I want y'all to know that out there.
Otis Seabury Jr., legend. Shout out to Cuz. Rest in peace. That's it. But yeah, man. So shout out to Cuz. He taught me all them pitches too. And I'm like, bruh, they put me in left field one game. The ball never came out here, and I said, I ain't playing it. I'm not finna sit in the sun, dog. I ain't even sit in the sun.
You doggone millennial.
Bro, I'm just sitting outside, dog.
For you.
I'm sitting outside in the field, bro. Ain't nobody hit. The pitcher killing right now. I think it was my cousin Kid or Shemaine. It might be my best friend Shemaine. They pitching that thing. Pop. Nothing coming out. I'm like, bruh, I done sat out here for 3 hours and didn't even see a ball.
Mm. Yeah.
Was it? No, it wasn't left. Was it left field? No, it's right field because that's the side nobody hit to. I couldn't catch. I didn't know nobody.
Right,
I don't think
right
I could. I
field.
don't think I could do a pitch. I ain't know nobody no catching no ball. They just put me out there because I was new. Never played again. I play softball every once in a while. Softball fast, but yeah, man. But
Yeah, softball anybody can play, but baseball is definitely a nuanced game. But I mean, just it's just like boxing, and you know, you brought up the casuals. The casuals want to see knockouts.
they do, and
The people that love boxing, they want to see that scorecard. That's what we get mad about at the end of the day. We get mad at that scorecard, don't we?
oh yeah, people get mad, especially because boxing judges are horrible. But yeah, man. Ultimately, I'm just telling y'all.
Naked eye, no replay. Just you just sitting there watching and you like, I think he landed that punch. And then you be looking. A lot of people think over Floyd's career. And just to remind y'all that Floyd doesn't knock people out. But at any rate, in
Pretty boy Floyd did. Money Mayweather don't. It's a difference.
Money Mayweather is like seasoned at this point. He just wins.
Pretty boy did work. People forget about Pretty Boy. Most of the people I know weren't even born Pretty Boy was out there. They were like 8. Pretty Boy came in like 2000. I mean, Floyd Money Mayweather came about 2009. Can't remember.
Yeah, towards the end, I think Money Mayweather cheap shot you after dapping with you. I mean, I'm sorry, Pretty Boy Floyd will punch you after y'all dap.
Oh, that's Money. Pretty Boy was before
that. That was Money?
Yeah, Pretty Boy before that. Pretty Boy was the one that took on all the best fighters that everybody like, oh, he ducked the best fighters his whole career. Nah, Pretty Boy beat all the world champion. But then he wasn't, like he said, he wasn't making money, so he became money, and then the money had to be right for a fight because he left on. Who did he leave?
As far as he left, marketing or training?
No, his team he wasn't with first. I remember that now. I can't remember. That's back then a long time ago.
Put in the comments.
Yeah, I know it. I just can't think right now. But yeah, basically, shout out to them. We talked about them a long time. Let's talk about some of the other people. Get them some love.
We gonna get to that. I want to throw this out here. Me and Zelmay both. We talked about the main fight. We just want to go and to piggyback on. Go back and go on to Zelmay's personal page and go check that out. Who won? He believes YouTubers won. I want to know if you guys agree with that. Go watch the video and then leave it on the comments of this video. Leave comments in his video. Tell him he's an idiot or tell him that you 100% agree. Who won the fight? I had my own ideas. We definitely want to see what yours are. But Floyd said he saw a heist and he hit it. So it is what it is.
He said it. He said it. He said, "Hey, I saw a bank robber." I said, I robbed a bank." Then before the fight, and now you felt like you got robbed. So he told you was gonna get robbed, and you still bought it. If somebody tell me they're gonna rob me and then they rob me, that's on you. I didn't feel like I robbed. I like some of them fight. Hurd had a great fight. No, he lost. But we can talk about that later. I don't know if Joe want to talk about Hurd.
This is my final thought on this is I'm gonna know what's going on when I see Jay-Z go on the track with Lil Baby. And that's it's a bag. It's a bag.
Everybody got something
anything Lil Baby's on.
Even that Lil Durk album.
Oh man. It's an entertainment show. What's your thought on that? If we could do a quick one on that one if you feel like it. Just I haven't listened to any of it. All I know is the people around Lil Durk keep passing away or being attacked in some way, and he seems to be doing just fine. Maybe it's because he has the means and the resources, or I don't know. He left Chicago and maybe that's what it is. But yeah, man.
That was none of it was they styles don't fit. But shout out to them, they made their money.
Absolutely not. They don't fit.
They style don't fit. But
if they go on tour, Lil Baby's gonna be the tour. I'm just throwing it out there right now. They come to see Lil Baby.
But shout out to Dirt though. I ain't got no problem with Dirt. I like Dirt.
Shout out to Dirk for putting the money up for this, because I don't think Lil Baby said, Dirk, we got to go do this. I don't think that happened. I don't think that was the case. Yeah, I think that was Dirk like, bro, I got here, here's 50 bands a song. But that's where I'm at. we got some. We have some undercard fights on here. I just want to give a quick shout out to Chad Johnson. Everybody knows that if you listen to this show, you know that T.O. and Chad Johnson and Randy Moss are my favorites. They're my goats as far as wide receivers go. Chad Johnson fought last night, aka Ocho Cinco. I had no idea. I saw it trending and I said, "What?" So we further stepped into the dark web to find that stream, and we got that. And wow, Chad Johnson looked good. What's your thoughts on that?
Chad survived. He did what he did. He did get that knockdown though. I gotta give him that. He got that knockdown. He got knocked down. He got caught, but he got up quickly. And he survived a bare knuckle fighter. He might not have been undefeated or he might have lost every fight, but he's still a fighter. Chad looked in shape. Chad did something. He
looked in shape.
They asked
43 years old.
Yeah, they asked him why you wasn't talking like you normally do. He said, I'm outside of my element. He said, this is something different, so I'm going to show respect to it. So I respect it. So unlike Logan showed a lot of respect to, Jake don't really show respect. They did this Adrian Broner, which I thought was hilarious after we suggested they fight Adrian Broner.
Yes.
They said yes. I want to just mention that they asked Logan and Jake. Adrian Broner said that he'll beat that. And they both like, who? They're like, I don't know who that is. And they walked off. Yo, that'd be a start of a storyline that's amazing. I ain't gonna
lie. They would in essence be doing AB a favor. But if they could knock out a quote unquote fighter that could do something for their legacy, this wouldn't do nothing but hurt AB. This will hurt AB bad.
I'm gonna tell you,
if he takes an L,
I'm gonna tell you the truth. AB ain't losing.
You don't think so?
AB ain't losing. AB losing.
I mean, as bad as this guy's luck is, I think he might lose.
AB
this guy's luck is terrible.
AB, this will be his comeback. He ain't lose. Not to them. He lose to real good boxers. Logan them is low rated pro boxers or high class amateur. They are not professional boxers for real. So people, I know Stephen A. Smith says fight a professional boxer. I'm like, let them grow into that, dog. This is their third fight. This is their second fight. Logan took on what's his name, but all Logan did was look like he can take a bunch of punches and hug a lot, but he took the punches, so shout out to him for taking some clean punches. But in terms of boxing, Logan had a lot of mistakes and flaws in his game. Like he punches down like this instead of straight, which when he kicked Floyd like this, somebody big as Logan could have knocked him out. But again, he punched using this instead of this. For a person been around boxing, a little shout out to my grandpa and my uncle. You know that's not form, and he didn't torque his hips. So he just swung like this, trying to duck a punch instead of just eating a punch and knocking through. Like I said, if you felt like Floyd Powell wasn't hurting you, which probably wasn't at this point in his age, you could have followed through. But again, he ain't trained enough to do that. That's why people like AB would hurt him, and they need to. And who knows, in 2 years, maybe they'll be good enough to fight him. But if they
AB's still young. AB's still young.
If they do it right now, nah, AB fight real box. He lose to him, but he fight real box. Which I would love that storyline. That would be amazing. The stuff Adrian Broner and Jake Paul would do to each other. AB would come to Jake Paul's house.
To fight.
AB would come to Jake Paul's house and try to set something on fire. And Jake Paul would jump in this car and steal it or something.
Man, YouTube would be on fire for the whole time. Like everything would be on fire. But yeah, there would be some viral moment every week. Once a week messing with them.
Yeah, but shout out to Chad Johnson. He fought a bare knuckle brawler MMA fighter. Took him the distance, got some good shots on him. Look good, look in shape. Yeah, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing Chad keep doing this. A lot of these YouTubers and celebrities I don't want to see fight, honestly, and we'll see that July 12th this week. A lot of these people shouldn't be in the ring, but Chad looked like,
hey. Man, I actually wanted to get into that. I know you got. Are there more? So there's some fights coming up this upcoming weekend that seem more like fights. It seemed like more of a boxing night with people that are more boxer type. What you think about coming up this weekend? What you think about that?
Hold up, before we do that, shout out to Arias for upsetting Hurd. Big fight by Arias. He beat. I hope I said his name right. I struggle with the Mexican fighter's name, but Arias. Hope he showed great heart. Took a bunch of punches. Hurd got to work on his defense. He's supposed to be a champion. We saw old boy go to sleep in the fight before the pregame. Debo out here knocking people out. Shout out to him. But yeah, this weekend you have the TikTok versus YouTubers. TikTok is going to probably get smashed outside of one fight. And everybody should know who that is. Shout out to the TikTok versus YouTuber fight. But Bryce Hall versus... I don't even think they can use TikTok anymore because of that. But shout out to Bryce Hall and all those people, man. They about to get into it the 12th Saturday.
I'm just gonna say now, y'all children don't be stealing y'all parents' credit cards, man. Y'all be cool now. If it's TikTok versus YouTube, oh my God. Don't steal your parents' credit card. We appreciate it. Over here at 99 Media. We appreciate it if y'all don't steal your parents' money.
By the way, Tayler Holder is a legit boxer. He is trained in boxing for a while. He's a legit boxer. The reason nobody wanted to fight him is because he's a legit boxer. He's a person who was going to be a boxer who chose to do YouTube, so he's different from everybody else in this group. He's the opposite of what everybody else doing. Now everybody going to boxing. Nobody wanted to. He only doing it because I think Bryce Hall doing it and they offered him a lot of money, so he's going to go fight Anderson Gibb. And if y'all remember Anderson Gibb, the little crab walk dude that fought Jake Paul and got knocked out, he's a little tough dude, but he going to get knocked out again. I'm sorry. I don't think Tayler Holder is way better than Jake Paul was at the time he fought Gibb. I ain't saying he better now, but he was better at that time than he was. So, yeah.
Is that from what, like last night, or is this from this is up with this weekend?
Yeah, and then you got Deji fighting. Shout out to Deji. You got DDG fighting. Shout out to DDG. I don't know who these TikTokers are. I don't have a clue who these TikTokers are, but they finna fight them. And most of them like, I'm just here come to get paid. They all finna probably get knocked out. Bryce Hall probably gonna get knocked out by Austin McBroom. So, because I don't know, Bryce Hall. That's what I'm assuming. I don't really know if either one of them can fight, but Tayler Holder is the one. Everybody, you should keep your eye on if you're watching this weekend, because I expect him, if he hasn't been lazy in his training because he underestimated Gibb, he should put on a performance for everybody because, like I said, he got 5 years of boxing experience.
Which a lot of people are lacking. But I'm just saying this, man. The bags are coming. Whether we gonna see what happens. I wonder how seriously did what happened this past weekend, is that gonna hurt this upcoming weekend? I think that's a fair question.
It's not. Well, that only hurt in Floyd fights because people wanted Floyd to knock him out. Most people disappointed if Floyd didn't knock him out. That's the only thing they were disappointed in.
Well, that's nothing big to be disappointed about, because if you love boxing, you know that Floyd's not trying to knock anybody out. That's not his goal going into any fight.
Oh, you're going to see knockout this weekend. These are
You believe so?
Bro,
they're fighters. They're boxers.
Yeah,
they're boxers. These
are
people that would actually want to fight, want to knock people out.
But they ain't even that good. So when you got people that's not really good at boxing just swinging on each other, you're going to get a few knockouts. Unless they wearing headgear. I don't know if they wearing headgear, and if they wearing headgear, you might not see it. But
if they wearing headgear, I'm not paying for that. We're not watching that. I'm sorry, no headgear. Like, come on, if you're gonna box. I'm not turning into. If this is celebrity boxing, I don't even want to do the headgear with celebrity boxing. I want to see Chris Brown versus whoever he was about to fight a few years ago. I want to see him fight. No helmet, no gear, just bump, fight.
Shout out to Soldier Boy. He said he started YouTube boxing. I'm the first YouTube person. He the first rapper to start. He the first rapper to start YouTube boxing.
I'm all about a social media page called Soldier Did It First, but I don't know where I stand on this one.
Yo, he took a picture of him and Logan Paul in a skit where he punched him in the nose and said, "Look, I inspired him to do boxing." Shout out Soldier Boy. He got a versus coming up with Bow Wow,
which is actually a thing. It's much better. Y'all kept throwing the Romeo versus Bow Wow thing out there. That's not okay. That's not a real versus. Soldier Boy has a real catalog. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Hey, if
Soulja
you didn't
Boy
have
is a
braids back when we were
legend. He
young, you
inspired
don't
Lil B.
You don't know who.
He inspired Lil Wayne to do mixtapes.
I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Name a singer Romeo song, right?
It's only one. It's only one. Oh, Romeo, give me a chance. T, I don't need a girlfriend. That's on the ICDC, and I don't even think he wrote that. The ICDC college song. So Romeo did not stand a chance. Them was just two young cats doing it at the same time. Romeo does not stand a chance.
Yeah, Romeo had swag though. That's why the little kid wanted to be on. You little light skinned boy that got.
Hold on. No, let's get on. Hold on. Let's get on Bow Wow for a second. Hold on. How many in his verses is he going to have to pull a Marion out?
Are you saying Amari ain't gonna carry Bow Wow?
Hey, Amarion, and a whole bunch of other people. Marcus Houston, I think he might do a song with him. Hold on, Bow Wow got a lot of featuring such and such. I think Sierra might come out on a couple of them songs.
You do.
Soldier Boy is solo. Soldier Boy, tell him he was the first one with the hoverboards.
Do you think he's gonna bring out every different crank that? Crank that Batman, crank that Superman, crank that.
Oh my God. Take me to somebody's MySpace real quick in 2006 so I can hear all the best Soldier Boy 2007.
Yo, kiss me through the phone. Don't end anything he do, bro. Bow Wow ain't got nothing to do. Kiss me through the phone. Hopped up out of bed, turn the swag on, then play the remix next with Lil Wayne.
Yeah. I mean, but he got Lil Wayne to remix that. I mean, I know that's not saying much because Lil Wayne remixed pretty much everything at some point.
But he did that with him on the song and not on the mixtape. That's the difference.
Yeah, so
Lil Wayne just take your song and you don't even. Lil Wayne, the only swag and surf I remember.
Man, he killed that.
He did.
He killed that. Okay, he didn't even have a chorus. He just spit for 3.5 minutes, and we know the song word for word. Let's not talk about how he killed the Mr. Jones beat without saying Jones at all.
Yo, shut up.
And he changed he made that song better. He said, "No, it's not called Mr. Jones. We're gonna say, you know that I'm gonna ride for my friends. I'm gonna die for my friends, and I'm gonna get high with my friends. Sky is the limit." He changed the whole song and made it better than Mike. Oh my God, that's mixtape Wayne. I'm sorry, y'all, for y'all children out there that don't know nothing that happened, that wasn't allowed to listen to Lil Wayne circa 2007 to 2012. Oh my God, or was not born. Shout out to our youngsters out there. I want you to go back on Spotify. They're actually it's called No Ceilings. Okay, it's called No Ceilings. Go listen to that. No Ceilings had no feelings. He spared none. Grace. Anything else on these fights before we hop into some of our entertainment stuff and the things we like?
Watch Tayler Holder. It should be a show. That's it. By the way, shout out to Pacquiao. He got a big fight coming up.
Oh yeah.
I think August 21st. Some good boxing come. I think is that 21st? I think it's August 21st. And I know sometime around there you got the Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley. I'm actually interested in it. I want to see if he keep this little rise of beating up UFC fighters as a storyline and then call out Dana White every 2 months. And then we have the big boys, Deontay Wilder getting his trilogy.
The trilogy
against Tyson Fury. So we got that coming up in this summer. I'm excited for all the boxing news. I love boxing. Shout out my boy Miller DC. I'll be on his channel commentating. So
big facts, and definitely
he don't do celebrity fight, so we ain't on him. So
one of them Paul boys had something to say about Canelo. Canelo put up the face palm emoji.
That was actually about Mexico losing in the overseas, like a world championship.
Oh well, that's
But
not what we
he
was thinking
thought,
about last night. We was thinking it was about boxing. So,
yeah.
but it doesn't matter how you interpret it that way, and that's how he took it. So, what you gonna do, Canelo? Here you go. They'll take you. One of them Paul boys will take you. Come get a bag, Canelo, because people might actually be like, "No, Canelo might really knock you out."
Please, the God,
So
Jake, please
they
don't
might
do
get
that.
a bag off of this one.
Jake, please don't do that. I just said you'll lose to Adrian Broner. You will get hurt. Please. I thought somebody say fight Ryan Garcia. I'm like, he will get hurt. They know they not to fight. I thought Tyson Fury told Logan that he can fight. He wanted to fight him for the bag, and Logan said pass.
Yeah, there's some people you got to pass on. There's some people. I think he might know Canelo. Canelo is not going to take that fight, but I mean, if the bag would be like people are waiting to see one of them boys get knocked out. You do know that, right?
Yeah, that's why they gonna keep buying it. We gonna keep paying for the fight till one of them get dropped.
If they say Canelo, I'm going to be like, oh, Canelo might actually, because Canelo will fight you. He will fight you.
But they only gonna fight retired people. They not gonna fight these professional boxers. Ain't gonna do it. That's why again I didn't have a problem with Floyd doing it. He's retired.
Mike Tyson will take it.
Oh, he ain't fighting Mike Tyson. He won't do that. You see him out. You saw Mike Tyson look, but Mike Tyson can want to knock you out for the bag. You think he won't? He respected Roy Jones not to knock him out. I know he liked the Paul boys, but he know that what the crowd want to see. He like, I was raised in the art of war.
Hey, yeah, I mean, I'm over here talking about Canelo will fight you. Mike Tyson will fight you.
Yeah, so he ain't doing that. Mike Tyson try to hurt them. They know
they fighting against people that's going for like again, not the casuals. It's for the real boxing people that look at the points and stuff like that. A casual, yeah. See, Mike Tyson was a heavyweight champion of the world. That's what he do. There's no scoring in that. People get hurt in that division. Like you can't think of very many like older boxers that's in good shape, like mentally.
Yeah, and that's why Floyd is also a legend.
That was heavyweighters.
All the people y'all praise talking about they real fighters, they all got mental issues now. You know why? They got
problems.
Floyd gonna be in pretty good shape because he never got hit.
Don't get hit is the name of the game in boxing. Some of them cats was like, "Nah, punch me so I can." Like you remember in anime, like where they punch each other at the same time.
Yeah,
and it's just like I don't know who's gonna win. But yeah, that's what they do.
LeBron has some funny tweets about the fight last night. He like it looked like when you fight that big dude in that old Nintendo game. Punch out Mike Tyson. And
punch out Mike Tyson.
He looked like Floyd punching this big dude on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know we talked about boxing all the time. I'm gonna ask you this. Let's switch it. Let me switch it up this time. What you watching this week? What you listening to? Anything?
So I'm watching the Upshaws, starring Mike Epps.
Oh, I'm on there too. I'm finna get on that.
The OG. I think what her name was it Regina on Living Color too? Her name is Regina Hall. I know her name is Regina, and I don't know.
Regina Hall is
the sexy girl that was on Living Single, the bougie one. She was sexy. We love her, but that's Mike Epps' wife now. We haven't seen her in like 20-some years, but here she is. She back on the little screen on Netflix. It's about Mike Epps messing up, living in the city of Indianapolis, trying to raise a family. It got funnier as it went on. At first, they trying to introduce people, but hey, they like 30-minute episodes, so the first 3 or 4 episodes was trying to get everybody's chemistry together. And then after that, or the family dynamic. And after that, they started just having a good time. So it was fun. And the cliffhanger at the end of season 1, that kind of gives hope that there will be a season 2 on this. I enjoy watching it. And also, so that's what I'm watching. And the 11th, June 11th, we are getting more DLC for Kakarot. We are getting more DLC for Kakarot. This is not a drill. This is not them redoing a movie. This is not none of that. We are getting complete DLC. They're saying 8 to 12 hours of gameplay potentially. And this is going off of the future Trunks timeline. So everything that was going on before Trunks came to our timeline to warn us about the androids. And we found out that it was that stupid time thing where there's veer off into different paths, and when you go back in time, you don't go back into your time, you just go into a different timeline where things are going to be better for their timeline, but it doesn't affect yours. So at any rate, yeah, they said we're going to get 8 to 12 hours of gameplay, opposed to us replaying Resurrection F. I'm surprised they didn't go to Broly route and just make us fight Broly one time. You know what I'm saying? I thought that would be the next DLC we get, but they said they're gonna let us give us a glimpse of Trunks' world and what he was doing leading up to that point. So that's what I'm excited for this Friday. None of the girls in my life I'm involved with, I don't want nothing to do with you, and I'll give you a full review next week on this very show.
Yeah. Well, what I got up, Sweet Tooth, Netflix just came out. Good show. I'm not through with it yet, so I'm gonna give y'all a full recap next week. But it looks very interesting so far. Number one, number two show on Netflix. It is a great show. Speaking of, you talk about different timelines veering off. This Wednesday, tomorrow, well, you can watch it at midnight tonight. Loki. From what I'm hearing, it explains what I'm hearing from the reviews of the people that saw it. Not reviews, but they said you gotta watch it. It explains a lot in the MCU. The first 2 episodes. So they said it explains a lot. They said it answers a lot of questions that you have about the MCU, like why did this happen and why did this happen, and they didn't explain it. According to these people, these experts, these YouTubers, I know y'all seen it. They said Loki gonna handle that. Loki gonna explain a lot, especially for the past and going in the future. The first 2 episodes, and they said they watched it 3 times, and they just got it on Sunday. That means that day they watched it 3 times. And they said
we got Loki this week. Okay.
Yeah, Loki is Wednesday. I don't know if it's the first 2 episodes coming out first, but according to everybody, it's amazing. This is the show I was looking forward to most outside of Secret Invasion.
We got a hot summer. We got a hot summer, y'all.
It is.
Hey, and we're going to be right here to guide y'all through it. I'm
Sweet
excited.
Tooth is good, too. Sweet Tooth looks so far so good, though. I'm telling you. I'm going to bring it up next week.
I got cool with my homegirl again, so I got Disney Plus back right on time.
Shout out to that plug right there.
Shout out to the plug, man. We out here. We got Disney Plus. We got Disney Plus on Fire Stick, PlayStation 4, laptop, phone. We out here. ESPN Plus. Holla at your boy. We need that sponsorship. We tired of sweet talking these girls to get their password. But she kind of comes to the house, all right. But man, you got anything else before we get off of this episode here, man? I feel like a boxing savant today, man.
It turned out I said I didn't want it long, and we went about 50 minutes. So like and subscribe. Like,
hit that
and
button.
Subscribe. More content. I'm gonna start coming up with a few more stuff. Joe might come up with some skits. We're gonna try to build the channel. So the title's gonna be crazy after a while. I don't know, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna start doing that. When we move to Houston, we're going really crazy. I ain't even, man, every day we getting up and we filming something. We doing something. We filming whole movies out here every day. But so hopefully you enjoy that when we get there. It's all about the grind. I told everybody I ain't living with grown men at 30 to not grind.
Yeah.
So that's what we here for. We here to entertain you, grow this channel, make Overall 99 ENT, Overall 99 Media the biggest platform in the world, because I manifest it and I say it and I'm bringing it to life. Why? Because we're gonna keep stumping. And Unico, why do we keep stumping?
Because something amazing happened.
Peace.
Peace.